What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today. In this video, we are at Brookings International Airport for the third airport update for the month of October 2025. We are ramping things up as we move into the winter season. We've got plenty of exciting movements here, from charters to upgauges and a couple new services even for one of our operators. We'll go ahead and get started down here. Pulling into gate number 1 is this Allegiant A320. New service coming in for Brookings International Airport. And that, my friends, is going to be the very wonderful Las Vegas on the 320 right now. Allegiant does have plans to add some extra frequencies, which will be fun as we move through the winter. And you'll figure out what those extra routes will be in the November update right around Thanksgiving. So awesome service there for Vegas. That will be twice weekly. That'll be Monday, Friday service, so similar to the St. Petersburg service, which I'd also have in this update. And we'll just go ahead and get set up right over there. Going into gate number 2, where we have the United Express CRJ 550 getting serviced up, about to go to Chicago O'Hare. And that is now just 5 weekly, so that runs Monday through Friday, 1 flight each day during the work week. And then here is the Denver service, still on the Embraer 175. If you saw last month's update, that did get upgauged. And this does operate every day of the week, so you still have that daily service at the minimum for Denver. Gotta love all the GSC too. Tiny Tugs does a great job with their baggage carts and everything, and then Jet Set Models has some really good baggage conveyor belts and everything. The field trucks as well look super nice. Pushback tugs, a bit of everything, and even the boarding ramps as well. Just super, super fun stuff. Hopefully they make some for the regional jets, because otherwise it just looks like nothing's happening. But what is happening right over here is Sun Country on a bit of a charter service with the 737-800 using the Panda Models release from Waffle Collectibles. That was an exclusive for them. This is a charter flight, actually, heading out to Fort Pierce, Florida, or Syracuse Aviation's airport. Very excited for this service. I don't think we'll have any regular service to Fort Pierce right now, but that could change as discussions are had with Fort Pierce for a potential new service, but we'll see what happens. So right now, this charter is just one of those little charter things for people that want to get out of the cold weather of South Dakota, because the temperatures are starting to cool down here, and just a fun little way to get out of the cold weather and head down to Florida for the weekend. Very exciting here. Again, do go check out Fort Pierce. That is a very nice airport. It has been growing rapidly in the last couple of updates. Plenty of international services there, and Allegiant's also been growing out of there, which is great. Speaking of Allegiant, we do have a little bit of a de-icing operation here. This A319 is about to head out to St. Petersburg. Still Monday, Friday frequency there, though they are talking about adding a third frequency, possibly like midweek maybe, so it'll be a Wednesday frequency that they would add. But we'll see more information on that in the November update. And again, you gotta love the de-icing equipment. It is super nice. You have all 4 of them going at it, spraying the aircraft down with the de-icing fluid, since we haven't really had temperatures below freezing quite yet, but the temperatures have gotten pretty close, so the potential for icing is there. Icing development on the control surfaces and everything, so need that de-icing fluid to do its magic to make sure that the aircraft can perform at maximum efficiency. And then move on to the GA section, which is pretty packed. We've got some new stuff here as well. We'll start off with this King Air, the Super King Air 350 here, which I have to prop up with a baggage cart because, well, this it's very tail heavy, so it'll just tip over onto its tail. But this King Air 350 is on a little bit of a flight from Rapid City, perhaps a scenic flight from Rapid City, South Dakota. And right next to that, we have this Bombardier Challenger 300, another one of these random private jets that like to come in, because why not? We're going to say this is coming in from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I don't know why it'd be coming in from there, but it is kind of fun for me to say that city name. It's a very unique name, to put it one way. In a good way, of course. And we've got the Cessna 172s again for the SDSU flight school, just hanging out here. I do need to get something to not make these aircraft tail heavy, because it just looks a little awkward when they're on the diorama, so we'll definitely need to make some adjustments there. And then the new operator here, FedEx Feeder, starting up some freighter service for Brookings International, since this is a vastly growing airport despite the limited space for expansion. But for the FedEx feeder Cessna 408, the Sky Courier, this is on a service in from Sioux Falls, and it will actually continue onward to Fargo. So very nice for FedEx feeder here. And there's some extra GSC, and then the last bit of aircraft that we have here, another pair of 172s, if we can get that to focus on that. I probably won't because the stuff is too small, but there you go, the Cessna 172s. Once again, from the SDSU Flight School, they'll be heading out for some pattern work around the Brookings area, since that's what they love to do. So that, my friends, is Brookings International Airport Update number 3, and longest update so far. I don't know why the camera won't focus, but that's better. But the longest update that we've had in this series so far, which is great. Love all the fun developments that we have. Allegiant Air starting up a new service, and they'll have more coming as we move towards the winter. And then Sun Country with a nice little charter there out to Florida today. And then FedEx Feeder also inaugurating service here, since that is very much needed for all the freight operations to these small communities. And FedEx has a plethora of the Cessna 208s and the 408s they're getting now, the ATRs, plenty of small planes that they can use from the medium-sized airports to the small communities that dot the U.S. landscape. That'll do it for Brookings International Airport this month. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.